I was in my allied health class. I was a sophomore in high school, and I remember that the teacher next door ran in and he said, "Turn on your Channel 1 news. One of the Twin Towers was just hit." And so, you're a sophomore in high school, you don't really understand what all is happening, but our teacher turned on the news. And as we're watching it, we see the second tower being hit as well. And I just remember the adults around us were just in disarray because they understood that we were being under attack. And so the rest of the day was just kind of somber.
When 9/11 happened, I was in the 9th grade at Parkway High School. It was the old Parkway High School. I was in Miss Rom's PE class, and we all went into the ROTC building and watched the news.
I remember on 9/11, I was teaching in a classroom, and word came around through the building that the Twin Towers had been hit. And so we all just kind of gathered in one room, turned on the TVs, started watching everything. Everything shut down. Everybody just wanted to be with family, be with friends. Everybody's priorities changed.
All right, when 9/11 happened, that was my first year in a classroom. It was a difficult day, to say the least.
On September 11, 2001, I was stationed at Aviano Air Base in Italy. I had been in the military less than a year, and it was my 8-month mark. And being in Italy, there's a time difference. So it was the end of the duty day there. And we got a phone call that said, "Y'all need to turn on your TV because a plane just hit the Twin Towers." And we turned it on, and you can see the first tower was on fire. And as we were watching, we saw the second plane hit the Twin Tower. Being new into the military, on station, overseas, I didn't even know what to expect.
During 9/11, I was at Capital One Bank. When we heard what was happening, I went upstairs and I watched it on TV. It was a very devastating and moving thing to think our country could be hit that hard.
Where I was for 9/11, I was stationed at Barksdale Air Force Base, active duty as a B-52 pilot, and we had flown up to Minot, North Dakota, the Air Force Base there, and we were sitting alert. That morning, we were going in for a briefing, and somebody had the TV on, and you could see the destruction to the first tower. Everybody was curious on what was going on, and of course we found out later that it was a terrorist attack. But I was sitting alert with aircraft in the Air Force at the time.